I've been being controlled by debt for probably about 3 years now, and I'm not a big fan of it at all. I'm here to say this. I'm going to admit it to you guys just so you guys can start admitting it to yourself. It's my fault I'm in debt. If you're in debt, it's your fault you're in debt. No one controls how you spend your money. No one controls how you save your money. I am here to tell you guys how to avoid losing all your money and mistakes I made on a day-to-day basis that I realized were setting me back further than I was helping myself. So before we get into mistake number one, leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below if Taco Bell's better than Mighty Taco, because it is. It just is. Taco Bell, Mighty Taco, not even a comparison. Taco Bell is so much better. But mistake number one, let's get right into it. Sitting on my phone every day actually made me spend money. These devices right here, whether they admit it, they don't admit it. I'm not getting into conspiracies. They listen to your everyday conversation. If I talk about Taco Bell like I just did,
Taco Bell, Mighty Taco.
I guarantee after this video, I'm going to start scrolling and not only Taco Bell's going to show up, but an ad I've never seen in my life, Mighty Taco, is going to show up. I just said it again. So I'm going to see Mighty Taco on my phone for the next month and a half. Also, you could be going around and you could be like, oh, that would be so cool to have in my house. Guess what? Amazon, they're going to want to get you. So phone was the first mistake. And I'm not saying go full Amish on it. You don't need to get rid of your phone. I personally like using my phone. I'm talking about when you see an ad, it's just an ad. You're not going to look into it. I don't care if they're offering you $1 million. I don't care if they're offering you a contract for Mr. Beast. An ad, anything that says AD or you just know is an ad, like let's not pull South Park here. We know the difference between an ad in the news and everything else. An ad is killing everyone, and I think that's why everyone in America is in debt.
Everyone has AIDS!
Unless you're rich. Other than that, the day-to-day person will see this phone, and I see it on Snapchat all day long. The Labubu's. And getting anything that is trending right now on the TikTok shop. Yeah, it might be $5. It might be $1. Guess what? If you keep spending money every week, add it up. I dare you to add it up. If you're a TikTok shop guru, add it up. My number one mistake was looking at these ads and really looking at them and, being on Amazon. And then, I end up with the most random stuff because they get you. Guess what? It doesn't matter if you had it or you don't have it. An ad on your phone will never show you a necessity in your life. It's not going to show you your meals for the day. It's not going to show you anything that has to do with something you need to spend money. Every single ad, and this even goes to like some of them trash doctor ads you see, like for Ozempic and all that, and it's like, get this shot and you'll lose 150 pounds. And then they tell you the cons at about 700 speed, and they're like, may cause suicide, may cause you to be depressed, may cause weight gain. What do you mean? A shot to lose weight might cause weight gain. If I was 500 pounds, 400 pounds, and I go to get this shot and I gain weight, guess what? I'm gonna be depressed. Like, what? So, I'm getting sidetracked here, but guys, stay away from the ads. You're playing a mobile game, there's ads every 5 seconds. Just wait to skip them to get your gems or whatever. It is what it is. I deal with them. I hate them. But guess what? When there's an ad, when there's a commercial on TV, I don't even pay attention because there is no point to it. They're not selling you any necessity. So stop spending money on Amazon, eBay, TikTok shop, any online shop. Stop. Unless you have it in the budget. Like for me, I bought oats overnight not too long ago. But guess what? I had it out of the $100 I made, and I folded it up. I saved and I stopped buying some energy drinks so that I could get the oats overnight. I didn't just spend the money because I had the money. No, I made sure I put it in my budget. So some stuff like that, whatever, do not buy this random garbage. You don't need it. I don't want to see it. You don't need it. All right. And now we're going on mistake number 2. And this one is just, I don't even know why I need to even say it anymore. I'm going to pull them out, and you are going to do the same thing with me if you have them. In my hands, I have 4 credit cards. We are not carrying these around. Take these cards if you're in debt and if you're not. If you don't use it for just gas and then you pay it off, I know some people do that. Cool, good. Leave 1 card. Lock these cards on your phone on the app. Take them, put them in a jar with your pens. Put them just on your desk. Put them in an envelope. I don't care what you do with them. Stop carrying these. The amount of times I've gone to the mall and I see back to school and stuff, and people are in stores and they already come in like this. Like, this is how they're already coming in. If you're walking to the mall like this because you have bags, you've already done some damage. And dude, one time, I'm going to tell you a little story here. One time I was in the mall. I go to Best Buy first. I got like a route I always run at the mall. Go to Best Buy. I look around. Mind you, when I go to the mall at all, I don't have cash on me unless I know I'm going for golf balls from Dick's or socks or something. I always have a plan of, if I'm going to the mall, usually I buy one thing, but I'm going there for one thing. But the most I carry is just, like I said, whatever's not 100. So, okay, sometimes I've walked in with 80. Doesn't mean I have to spend it, but I seen someone go to Best Buy, walked in with me. I was looking around. They bought a keyboard. They bought a mouse. Me and him actually had a pretty good conversation about computers and stuff. We were talking about GameStop switching from, they used to sell Razer stuff, and then they took it off the shelf, and now they sell GameStop versions of the same thing. So, not really sure what's up with that. I'm pretty sure GameStop scammed Razer and just kept their products to study them to make their own, but it might be the same thing. I don't know, but we were talking about it. We're talking about how trash they probably are. And he then swipes a credit card. I believe it was a Discover. I recognize it not to be a bank card. It was definitely a credit card, right? Then he was asked, do you want to sign up for the Best Buy credit card? After he just used 1 card. Yeah, I'll try to sign up for it. Puts his social security in, if you know how to use the credit cards at these stores. Goes to get the credit card for Best Buy. Denied. So his credit score just took a hit. He just loaded money on that credit card. Then I'm done browsing. I go into, I think, the Lego store. I see him there. He's buying Legos. Same card. Goes in, swipes it, buys Legos. Never, ever is Legos a necessity to this world. Yes, Legos are cool. I like a good Lego here and there. I like to look at them. I think it'd be cool to own them. Never once have I ever seen a time where to live or survive, you needed a Lego, right? So, he's got $100 or more from Best Buy. $100+ at the Lego store, because Legos are outrageously expensive for no reason, for plastic with connecting circles on them. Then, whatever. I'm looking at the keychains. He's in Foot Locker. I go into Foot Locker. I like to look at the NMDs. I like to look at the Jordans and the LeBron shoes. And I'm a big fan of LaMelo Ball. I don't care about your opinion. I get it. He's not that good at basketball. But I like the shoes, okay? So I always see what colorways they got out, what deals. Sometimes you can snag them for $50-$60. I almost bought a pair not the other day. It was probably a couple months ago. But he goes in there. You wouldn't believe what he did. Swipes that credit card. So he's already loaded I bet you he loaded $400 on that card that day. Maybe one thing was a necessity, and that might have been the shoes. I didn't look at his shoes, but if you're me, I don't even... Let me see if I have my Yeezys around here. I don't. My Yeezys are absolutely trashed. I got them on sale. So when I first got my Discover card years ago, it was through an invite link from one of my friends, Brandon. If you're watching this video, comment down below. Shout out to you. You know who you are. So I get this card. We go into this shoe store up in Buffalo, and they had a pair of Yeezys for it was like $121. They were used. Not too bad. I believe they're the natural, so the white with kind of yellow bottoms, but they're like a light yellow. And I go, I would like a pair of Yeezys, and I'm only paying $21 because I get $100 off over a $100 purchase. So I was like, it seems like a good idea, you know, $21 for a pair of Yeezys. Yeezys were pretty booming still a couple years ago before all the Kanye stuff. So
It was a Jewish doctor.
I buy them, pay my $21, and I should have paid the card off right then and there. Nope. I was naive, and I was like, dude, what if I just paid my minimum of $4 and I just pay $4 every single month? This is why I don't pay attention in school, because at my school, we had to take economics. We learned about credit cards. Guess what? They must not have done a good job, because I passed the class and I still ended up in credit card debt. So I do that, whatever. You know, credit cards are very helpful. I do recommend people get credit cards. I will never say do not get a credit card. I will say never close a credit card. And when you guys are looking for credit cards, stop buying the ones you have to pay an annual fee on. Why would I pay for a piece of plastic?
Why?
I have 4 cards in my hand right now, and guess what? The annual fee on them is $0, and they all have Sunway gave me some sort of deal. My Capital Ones were like no interest for a year, which was great if I were to pay them off. My CT card is interest for a year. I still have that because it's a fairly new card, which we paid that off in the last video. So as of right now, these are the only 2 cards I have left to pay off. The Discover and the Capital One card, and that's it. And guys, it's not that hard. You go in, freeze all of them, because if you ever put something on it you don't remember, you don't want that coming out. So freeze them. That way if you lose them even, who cares? Then it's even a better option. You can't use them. You could get a replacement, but just don't use them. Use them here and there. And if you are going to use them for something, pay it off right as it hits. Right as you can. You know, you got to buy something and you don't have cash on you or something, and you just load it up on your card or something. But you better be paying that off right as you get home, or right as it posts or whatever. Pay it off. So that's mistake number 2, is loading up these cards with stuff. I'm going to admit to you guys, so the only things I've bought with my cards were, I bought the Yeezys, which only ended up being $21. I bought my first Oculus on one of these, just because I thought, you know, oh, it was whatever the price was for an Oculus back in the day. That was also right around the Yeezy phase, and that hurt pretty bad. And then I had 1 card to my name, and I needed it. I loaded my medical bills up on this for a bit, because if you guys don't know me personally, you don't know, but I had a job at a dealership. I had some lung issues going on. I couldn't breathe. I was out of work for 6 months. So guess what? The Oculus didn't help on here, and I ended up using these to pay my deductibles at all these specialists, which were hundreds of dollars. I think it was $100. But I was going to 2 every week for almost 6 months, getting x-rays, MRIs, tests, blood drawn, everything, and it's just costing and costing. And so the best thing I did was put it on a card. I know now, and I'm not saying to do this, but if you don't pay it, they're not going to send you to collections, as I've been told. You guys can confirm that for me. I'm not really sure. I've been told that. But being told that, if it's true, I'm in credit card debt for nothing, because then I had to get a second card, because this one was full, or yeah, the Discover one was full, $2,500. So then I just dug a hole, and I needed to get out. So once I got a job again, I had no money to my name. So I got another job, and I got another card to keep me afloat, and I thought, you know, I was doing good. I was really doing bad. You know, should have walked to work. I'd rather have walked than load up another card. So that's where 3 cards came into play. The 4th card I got was strictly an ST card. I might as well wrote a giant ST on this double cash, because that's what was my plan. I was going to pay for a motor, pay the motor off. I was going to pay for the bodywork, pay it off. And that was my plan, to get it, just so I had a car I was paying on. Well, car's junk. We're going to get into that in another video. I'm probably going to make 2 videos this week, so be tuned for that. So that was mistake number 2. These cards, don't do them. Mistake number 3, anytime I had money, whether it be cash, or, you know, today is Friday. I record my videos on Thursday and Friday. I would get my paycheck, and I would look at it and be like, okay, my bills are paid. Or I wouldn't even look at my bills. For some reason, I would be like, yeah, I got a car payment, but I made $500 this week. I got all month to make more money. So I got $500 to spend. So you know what I did? Went to Canada. I'm out drinking. I'm out partying. Trust me, guys. Partying is not that fun. In the moment, it's great. You wake up the next day. If you have a hangover, terrible. If you don't, cool. But partying every day is not great. For me, and so I can list you 70 million reasons why I hate partying. I hate seeing influencers partying. I hate this idea of seeing these drop shippers and these online creators partying. Every influencer, every YouTuber, they are lucky to be in the situation they are. I will say that. From Mr. Beast, yes, he's worked hard. But for him to grow as much as he did, he's a lucky guy. Mr. Beast is the one dude who doesn't party. But you look at Toji, he'll go out, make $2 million at the casino, but guess what? He is absolutely blacked out, hammered, drunk every single time, and he promotes it that these 18-year-olds, like I'm sure most of the people that watch his video are late 17, about to be 18, can get into the gambling. And I'm not saying gambling's wrong. For you guys at my work who gamble, I hope the NFL season treats you well. Do not vote on the Pats for anything because you messed up. But it's when it gets out of hand. Because gambling, 9 times out of 10, turns into drinking. The drinking turns into partying. You make bad decisions financially all around the board. And like me, I'm trying to still be kind of healthy here. I go to the gym. I try to meet my 10,000 steps a day. Partying is just not good. Yes, I have friends who think drinking is the way to make you feel better, to not think about some bad stuff going on. Guess what? I have bad stuff going on. I am overly stressed with this car situation. I'm going to give you guys the surprise right now, so if you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you. Thomas, I know you are watching still. I have $5,000 for a car. It's not in the charts. I didn't put it in the charts. We're not going to get into it. It's clean money, guys. Don't act like I robbed some GTA stuff here. I have $5,000 to spend on a car. I got a couple I'm going to go look at. But when I was unemployed, that's where the PRE comes into play. Got laid off from I got fired from my job. And I didn't want to do anything. I didn't tell nobody. I sat at home. I sat with my friends in the PlayStation store. My good buddy, my editor, Derpy, Murky, you're getting your shout out. Leave your tag anywhere on this screen. You are getting the shout out because, dude, I remember, got laid off. A lot of stuff happened. A lot of stuff went down. I called my mom first because just what we do, guys. What we do. So then I get home. Called Derek up. Funny conversation, by the way. In the moment, I didn't think it was going to be that funny, but it turned out pretty funny. I told him I got fired. I gave him the whole rundown. And he's a good friend when I tell him basically how I got fired and that I just got out of the police station. And he just starts laughing. So, shout out to you, Derpy Murky. Leave your tag in there. Go check him out. He edits my videos. He does very good on these videos. I do pay him, but that's a whole separate money grind. I might have to start giving him my bags of change here soon, but shout out to you. It was just partying after a while. But eventually my friends were like, "Hey, where are you?" Friday nights was payday. Like, we go out to the bar, we play pool, we eat pizza. And I was like, dude, I'm just not doing well. I get where they're coming from. They're good friends getting me out of the house, buying me stuff at the bars. But guess what? The bars are bad. I don't care what bar it is. The bar I mainly go to, they are very nice people. I would love to go back. I have no issues with them at all. I had a couple here and there, but great people. And the issue was they could be great people, but looking at it in a financial standpoint and just a mental standpoint, stay away from the bars. Those are some of the mistakes that I've made. We can get more into them. If you like this video, I'll keep making videos because trust me, my whole life has been just mistake after mistake after mistake. I got a few updates for you guys money-wise. So like I said, $5,000 I have for a car. Trying not to spend all that. I'm also parting out my Focus ST. So if you're local in the Buffalo area, you're watching this video, if you need any ST parts, let me know. I have someone wanting a whole conversion from mine. All I need to do is keep the shell of it. I might as well carry a dustpan with me soon here. But let's get a little update for you guys. No chart today. We don't really need it. In my bank account right now, I have $1,761.50. Give a round of applause. That's a W right there. That is the most money I've had in my account, and I'm not afraid to say it. I haven't seen money in like that in my account since every tax season comes up. So, guys, I hope you're proud of me. I'm proud of me. It works. This saving every $100 works. Yesterday, I met a guy at my place of employment. I got $150 for my headlights. So the headlights off my ST are gone. He's a really good guy. He drove an hour and a half to meet me at work. Right here, we have $100 from work yesterday. Actually, this might have been Tuesday. Yeah, this is from Tuesday. Yesterday was not that good of a money day, but it was a little bit slower. Football season starting back up, so it was a little slow. Sunday, we'll be picking up again. Sunday, Monday, Friday, Thursday, whatever the football days are. I don't know. It's off season. It's been so long. So we have a 50. Oh, I'm an idiot. No, this 100 is from the headlights plus a 50. I made 50 something dollars at work yesterday. I think it was 58 bucks. So I added it to my little cash pile here. But so I have another $100 to fold up. So that's $200 right there. So guys, I'm telling you, I know some of you are struggling, and I might have to break it down because there was a few confusions. I was trying to explain to my friend about it, and in his situation, I feel like it would be really cool for him to document, maybe not in YouTube and stuff, because some people don't like their lives being on the internet. But guess what? I'm not anything special, so guess what? You guys want to know? You guys know. I have a 14 something $1,000 car rotted out, and I'm in a lot of debt. So, we got $200 here folded up, and guys, I've never seen a comma in my bank account in like a regular part of the year. Like, this is new to me. I'm thankful for everything I've done in this past like 2 months. We got this to spend, and guys, we're gonna have a lot of updates money wise coming in from the parting of the car. A lot of people are looking at it. I got a car I'm looking at. The guy wants me to trade my bucket seats and some cash for a 1998 Forester. Might go take a look at it. It's got a EJ22 motor, so a better Subaru motor. It's still a 4-cylinder, but I've heard some good stuff about it. I've been looking it up because I'm not too big in the Subaru world. But apparently the EJ22 was around that same year, but came in like the Impreza. And I might be totally wrong, guys. I'm nowhere near good with Subaru, so if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But the EJ22 is basically taking the title of a bulletproof motor. If you keep up on the maintenance, you do your spark plugs, you don't drive it like a Subaru dick, and you do your oil changes, they'll last 300, 500,000 miles. The car came from West Virginia. I think just Virginia. I don't know where in Virginia. But he said it was pretty clean. I'm going to take a look at it, test drive it, see if it runs good. If it does, I might just make the swap. A Forester's pretty cool. It's already slammed to the ground. I'm going to have to lift it a little bit, I think. So we're going to take a look at that, take a look at some other cars. But like I said, I got $5,000 for a car, and I got about $1,700 in my account to save for my bills and just stay ahead. Now, after that, we're going to just check the good old Credit Karma, and you guys already know down below it's gonna have last week's to this week's. Let me see if I can get you a number here. So we are currently sitting at a 685. We're almost at that 700 mark. We're getting there. I think we're gonna be looking pretty good. Right here, I'll show you guys the graph if you guys can see it. If not, I might have to just put a picture up. Okay, right there it is. We're currently right there. We have jumped. We went way down. That's from buying the motor. And then we shot up for paying that card off. So we're looking pretty good. We are looking really, really good on that. Parting this car out, my plan was to, if I get a good amount of money from parting it out, I'm going to pay all my cards off with it, and I'm going to sit on the rest of the money for this car, whatever car I buy, and it's just going to be my backup on, like, emergency fixing and whatnot. If I have more money than what I think in my head, pay that off, dump a little bit onto my car payment to get it down, maybe refinance it, just to keep those monthlies a little lower. And if you guys have loaned a car, if I were to call the people that technically own my car, I go through Ally. If I were to call them and tell them my situation, would they possibly let me move my insurance from full coverage down to something different if I explain how it's rotted out and blown up? Like if I never drive it? Or does it need to be full coverage for my gap insurance, like so I get gap insurance if something were to happen? Because that's just what I want to know. Because if I can shave off a few $100 or something, I wouldn't mind. I would actually love that. So if you guys know, like, just let me know down below. I'm gonna start giving you guys my socials because I gotta get more active. My Instagram is pretty dead. It used to be pretty good. I'm going to give you guys all my tags on the screen here. And if you guys watch this far, I appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one, and do not make the mistakes I have made.